Hey, good morning YouTube. Ren Pavich, HVAC Tech. Out here doing some maintenance on a shopping center. Ran across something. I thought I'd, take a minute, show you what I found. Kind of dangerous, but it does happen, and let's take a look. Hey, what's up YouTube? Ren Pavich, HVAC Tech. Hey, in this video here I'm going to show you welded disconnect on a Carrier rooftop unit. I think it was like 15 tons with two 15 kW electric heat strips. When I walked up to that unit originally, and I didn't actually, when I was on site, I didn't film it or explain it, so that's why I'm kind of giving you an introduction here. So I put my hand on the unit just out of habit, and I felt that the blower motor was running. So I shut the disconnect off with my hand still on the unit, and I noticed nothing was happening. So then I opened up that disconnect in there, and you're going to see in there the welded shut knives on that 100 amp disconnect. So I'm like, holy shit. In the situation where, Monday morning quarterbacking that, like if the scenario would be, let's say the unit was satisfied, not calling at the thermostat, you walk up to that unit, put your hand on it, it ain't running, you shut the disconnect off, and let's say, out of habit you don't put your meter on there and see if there's power, but usually if you take the panel off, you're going to see some lights or something in there, potentially, on a circuit board letting you know, hey, there's still power. But in this situation, I never even got that far, because when I threw that disconnect and that blower motor never shut off, I was like, holy shit. So if the thermostat would have been satisfied, and I would have maybe started changing those belts after I thought that disconnect switch was off, it could have been a disaster. And a lot of times, if you leave a piece of equipment like that and someone were to get hurt behind you, it's almost like we ain't doing our job. So I made the decision to shut the mains off on that so we could get those replaced, because until we don't have heat to the customer, they don't realize how maybe unsafe something like that is if you leave it running. They don't understand the severity of it. So that's what we did. We quoted the customer. We got an electrician coming out, swapping a couple 100 amp disconnects, because I after that, there was like 15 units on that roof, and every disconnect that was older that looked like that, well, all of them all together, I looked on every one of them, and I actually found another unit, same size, Lennox L series, which doesn't mean that that's why that was the problem, but it just happened to be. So it wasn't a Carrier, it was a Lennox L series. So I actually found another one doing the exact same thing that day, and I think I got a little piece of video on that as well. So it was I've been doing this a while, and I got to be honest with you, sometimes it's kind of like it's like an eye-opener, and if anything, it's kind of taught me to always double check. So that's why I kind of wanted to make this video, because I don't want someone to go out there and get real comfortable with this equipment and maybe get hurt, because there was a guy earlier in the year that actually was trying to work on a unit, and it was a little different circumstance, but he ended up cutting off all these fingers between a belt and a big pulley. So anyways, I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, we haven't serviced this location about a year. Lennox L series. So I'm getting ready to change the filters and the belts. First thing I want to do is shut the disconnect off. See what happens here. Alright, so when I first shut this disconnect off, The blower motor wasn't shutting off. Now these belts ain't been changed in 9 years. Feels like the heat's still going. This disconnect is really dangerous. So definitely needs to be changed. So the disconnect handle is off. Welded shut. Now just a second ago, that motor was off. Now if I'd have stuck my hand in there trying to change those belts, probably would have got cut off. So I'm not touching this thing. Too dangerous. Something to be aware of. It's been brought to the company's attention, but I'm going to shut it off today down at the main. It's just too dangerous. Some new guy come up here not knowing what he's doing, get hurt real bad. Alright, another damaged 100 amp disconnect, welded shut, needs attention. After I found that first one, I decided that I was going to make sure I double checked them all before I did any work. That's number 2. Hey guys, thanks again for watching. I hope you found the video informative. If you got any suggestions for future topics, you can reach out to me at my email, which is in the description, renpavage72@gmail.com. You can reach me on Facebook at HVACR Tech. You can reach me at Instagram at hvacr.tech. And you know, if you got something you want to hear about, you know, put it in the comments, shoot me an email. If I can come up with some content for it, I'll help you out, and if I can't, I'll let you know too. Anything in the video you think that maybe I could have pointed out a little bit better, you know, leave that in the comments. Appreciate it. So have a great rest of the week. Thank you.